Hey there, good evening. I hope you're all well. It's Rob Yates here, CEO for Tetrakey, and I would like to welcome you to episode number 52 of Tetrakey TV. We're here with you this evening, 9 p.m. South African time, and I'm sure it's sometimes somewhere else in the world, wherever you are right now. Probably lunchtime on the Pacific coast of the US. 7 p.m-ish in the UK, and chances are you're just waking up now if you're in Australia. This week has been particularly special. Mark's in the UK. He's had a whole series of really cool meetings, creating opportunities for us. We have registered our UK business and looking to launch our UK business in the next couple of months. And he's busy going around London filming for our Greenlight Accelerator business coaching subscription program and doing that sort of thing. So it's been busy whilst I've been here in Joburg doing more filming for the GLA. And today presenting to 3 different groups of people. Did 3 one-hour presentations today, including questions. And tomorrow I jump on a plane to Dubai, and after Dubai, Seattle. So what a hectic week. How's your week been? What have you been doing? What have you achieved? Where have you and your business partners, where have you been? What have you been up to? What have you won? How are you hustling the hustler and winning the fight? Let us know. Send us a message. We love to hear what it is that you've achieved this week. So this evening, we're going to look at the concept of winners do extra. And I think this is personally, I think this is really important. I think this is probably the biggest differentiator between people who make it and people who just talk about making it. You can, you don't have to be more talented than the competition. You can simply just outwork the competition. And I know hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who do what I do, who possibly have got slightly more talent than me, and yet their work ethic is so poor that they might do 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, but they still talk about the weekend like days off. They still talk about, I finish at 5. They still try and hide on a Friday afternoon and be in the pub or in the bar or just stopping work by 1 or 2 o'clock. And so it doesn't take rocket science to work out if I want to win. I just have to outwork those people. I have to start earlier, finish later, produce more, give more, and view the world through a different lens. And yeah. Hopefully that will produce in me being a winner, and to be truthful, it already is. So yeah, winners do extra. That's tonight's topic. So stay tuned. A big thank you to you for watching this evening. If you're on Facebook, please click share, please click like. Instagram, give us a little double click heart and leave us a comment. And if you're on YouTube, we love a big thumbs up. So episode number 52. What's really surprising me this year is just how quickly we are progressing through the year. That means there's been 52 evenings, Monday through Friday evening, since the 1st of January. And that means we're at the middle of March. And whatever you believe your wins are going to be for this year, you've already done the groundwork now. Now it's time to execute and get shifting on it, get moving on it. So there we are, episode number 52, winners do extra. Well, how did I come up with this idea for the topic this evening? Well, I was reading an article recently about the All Blacks rugby team. Now, for those of you who know rugby, you'll know about the All Blacks. And for those of you who don't know about rugby, you will be interested to hear that they are the team that is the national team of New Zealand. They've also been pretty much the dominating force in rugby for the past 15 years, and while they have been beaten, the quantity of times they've been beaten to one sits at about 10 to 1. They pretty much win 10 games, lose one, so on and so forth. And just recently, the Irish beat them in Chicago earlier, I think this year or late last year, but they hadn't been beaten for a long time before that, probably 15 or 16 games. That, in terms of international rugby, is almost unheard of, and other than the English team at this point in time, there isn't another team in the world that can claim that level of credibility. But what is it that they do? Well, I was surprised to learn that they arrive early, they prepare, but what is it they do extra? Even after they've won, they, as the team, and often the captain and vice captain, will personally clean their changing rooms and return their changing rooms to the pitch or the club they're playing at in a state better than which they received it. So more cleaner, more hygienic, tidier, so on and so forth. Because you see, the All Blacks' work ethic firmly believe in winners do extra, and they go the extra mile to do that, to prove that there is no task that is beneath them. Personally speaking, as a business owner, I almost had to have a rant or a soapbox moment with a client earlier who was tempted to whinge that a 6 a.m. Coaching meeting was too early for them, they'd have to drive too far and whatever else. And when I asked them how keen and hungry they were to win, they started talking a language, and then they agreed to the meeting because it suits them and suits me. But in terms of winners do extra, from tomorrow morning through to Friday morning, I'll be flying and travelling for I think roughly 28 hours to go to work. So what is it extra that you are willing to do to outwork and out extra your competition? Is there such a thing as a meeting that's too early or too late? Are you willing to be the person who takes the Skype call at 4 o'clock in the morning because it's from overseas? What is it that you're willing to do to be a winner? Because you see, you have to decide that now. You have to go into this with the thought that I am going to win, and I am going to do anything and everything that the competition will not do in order so that I can win. How are you going to treat your customers better? How are you going to treat your workforce better? What is it you're going to remember about those people and celebrate with them? How is it that you are going to go and go the extra mile to ensure that you do win? Now, it's not just about working late hours or more hours. It's about the tasks which you choose to do. When I got my first management job, the biggest shock to me was that I was expected to go and clean the changing rooms in the sports centre in which I was managing. You see, because my boss at that point in time said that anything that we wanted a member of our workforce to do, we had to be prepared and do ourselves. And he led the way with gusto. And we had probably at that one of the strongest workforces I have ever had the privilege of working with, due to his ability to roll his sleeves up and say, do you know what, I make the tea around here, I make the coffee around here, and I do the washing up as well, and I tidy up, and I clean the changing rooms. And so what is it that you're willing to do extra? And I'm going to keep coming back to that, but that's my challenge for you tonight. What are you going to do different? What are you going to do extra? And what are you going to do extra on a daily basis? Now, extra means doing something that you would not ordinarily do. It's extra, right? It doesn't have to be massive, but it does have to have a massive impact, which means you need to choose what your extra is so that it visible and measurable and feelable by the rest of your workforce, by your customers, so on and so forth. So make your choice. Choose to do extra. Quite possibly, if you choose to do extra, you and your business may well join the ranks of the All Blacks, one of the world's most dominant rugby teams that has been most dominant for the past 15 years. Choose to carry on doing the same? Well, the same isn't extra, the same is just now day to day, and you will just receive average results. So, that's it. What I'd really appreciate this evening is for you to leave me a comment. Comment on what are you going to do extra tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday the 16th of March. So what are you going to do extra on Thursday the 16th of March that proves that you are going to outwork, outthink and outdo your competition? Leave me a comment. I love to read them, and I thoroughly look forward to tomorrow when I wake up. And that's it from us this evening. That's it from episode number 52 of Tetrakey TV. My name's Rob Yates. Tomorrow you'll be with Mark Hopkins, my co-founder in Tetrakey, who will be, I believe, in London when he comes to you. I will be at either in Dubai or I'll be at 32,000 feet. I'm honestly not too sure which. So that's what I'll be doing. If I'm in Dubai, I'll be in meetings, and if I'm at 32,000 feet, I'm likely to be sleeping. So that's it from me. What is it that you're willing to do extra? Next week, I look forward to joining you from Seattle, and we may well have a few recorded Tetrakey TVs for you next week due to time differences, workloads, etc., etc. Have a great 24 hours going forwards. Please stay amazing. Please stay as the very best version of you, the version that I know you are. And I look forward to seeing how many shares and likes and thumbs up we've got at the end of this session. Cheers. Good night.